It's quite a broad question to try to define what lay ministry is. On the one hand, we have those recognised lay ministries, such as the Office of Reader Ministry, which has been long established in the Church of England. We also have a raft of new forms of ministry coming on stream, and that's one of the things that we will be beginning to grapple with and develop in the diocese from this autumn onwards. But my role is also about trying to find ways to equip and enable lay people to live out their calling in the whole of their life, be that at work or in their family, in their leisure time, in their relationships, as well as in those activities that they undertake in church. So we're in the business of trying to explore with people and help them to develop the whole of their life in terms of their discipleship. We're looking at whole life discipleship, not just recognised, authorised forms of ministry. I think one of the big challenges that we face both in this diocese and nationally is encouraging people to see that all Christians have a primary calling, which is the calling that comes to them through their baptism. And in that respect, all Christians are equal in their calling to discipleship, whether or not that's expressed through ordination or through a recognised church role, or whether it's expressed in the way that they live out their life in the place of work or in other contexts. We are all one and all equal in our primary calling to live out our discipleship and to follow Jesus in the whole of our lives. Training for lay ministry in the diocese is a very significant priority for the Diocese of Chichester, even more so in light of renewal and reform and the national agenda. The diocese has placed lay ministry at the heart of its diocesan strategy, and one of the ways that we'll be trying to equip people and resource them from the autumn onwards is by developing 2 new methods for training for ministry. The first of those will be a diocesan discipleship development course, Living Faith, which will begin this autumn 2017, which it provides a real opportunity for people to reflect together on what it means to live out their calling in the whole of their lives, and to think about what their gifts and abilities are for ministry and for service and what they have to offer. But we're also going to move beyond that to develop an authorised lay ministry training course, which will begin in 2018 in the diocese, which will provide practical skills-based training for a variety of different sorts of ministry, pastoral ministry, youth ministry, ministry as a spirituality guide, just in the first instance. So training and resourcing people for ministry, but also for living out their calling in the whole of life, is a big priority for the diocese at this time. I came to Sussex in December, just before Christmas, which was not the best of times to move from anywhere, but we moved as a family from Manchester, so it was a significantly large move for us to come down here to a very, very different diocese. I've served all my ministry up to this point in the Diocese of Manchester in a variety of different roles, both as a parish priest, in theological education, lay training, and more recently as a university chaplain. So it was a big move to a different role in a very different place. I've been struck, I think, by how huge the Diocese of Chichester is and how long it is, and the impact that that has upon how you do things here and on relationships within the diocese. It's a very beautiful diocese, and I'm really thoroughly enjoying getting round it and getting to see it. And also having to get used to being woken up by seagulls has been significantly different because we don't have many of them in Manchester.